Okay, we have to go into spoilers to talk about this film because I just have to, because I gotta be as specific as I possibly fucking can with you so that you fully understand, okay? And if you are easily triggered by negative Captain Marvel perspectives, you might want to leave because I'm about to go the fuck in, alright? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Captain Marvel is a bad movie. Now, I truly wish I did not have to say that, but I just wanted to tell you up front that, again, I think that Captain Marvel is a bad movie, okay? I think it's a bad movie. So let's go into this. Now, I think that Captain Marvel opens strong. You know what I mean? Like, first off, the CGI, let's just talk about all the positives, really. The CGI is really, really solid throughout the entire film, actually. Like the entire opening of the film, when we see Carol Danvers, she's like training with Jan, played by Jude Law. I really just like I just thought that the sets, and specifically like the futuristic cityscapes, even though it's like 1995, but either way, these like futuristic like alien cityscapes were just beautifully represented visually. Like there's a scene where she's like I believe she's like standing like this, looking out a window, you know, at the cityscapes, and you're seeing like all these Star Wars-y kind of space shuttles and ships flying by, and I was like, holy fucking shit, man. The CGI is really, really good. And even though sometimes the CGI can be a little bit wonky here, but even like the CGI when Annette Bening, the Kree scientist, you know, when Brie Larson, when she's like in those training simulations with her character, you know, that environment is so fucking trippy to me. It is so trippy to me. Like, the CGI there, sometimes it can be a little in terms of quality, but for the most part, it's good, and there's some very trippy imagery there, specifically in the third act, you know, like when she gets in there, a vinyl record playing, you know, and Brie Larson's getting tossed around and like thrown to memories. It's just like, whoa, like the visuals are very, very trippy here. They kind of remind me of Rey's mirror trippy sequence from The Last Jedi, you know? That's what a lot of the trippy visuals sort of remind me of in this film, actually. And I don't know, just visually, like for example, when that explosion happens, the explosion that gives Captain Marvel her powers, that explosion sequence is stunning, just visually stunning. Okay, holy fuck! I would go as far as to say one of the most visually stunning moments, like in the MCU. Like the special effects are genuinely fantastic overall. You know, when Brie Larson and this Kree scientist Annette Bening, when they like crash in their plane, they're just in this plane and they crash, you know, onto like that river, and they get thrown onto that beach. Like that whole sequence was just like beautifully shot. All the sequences of Captain Marvel, like in the third act, like flying through the sky and like flying through space. I mean, I will say, you know, when Captain Marvel, when she's like sort of like flying around, flying through the Earth's atmosphere, flying in space, and like knocking the missiles out of the air, is the CGI perfect during those moments? Well, no, but in fairness, any visual effects company would have a difficult time trying to recreate those sequences in a live action film. So yeah, it was sufficient, you know, the CGI there. And again, the CGI in general is really solid and surprisingly really strong and surprisingly pretty visually striking. So that's a big positive. I thought that Captain Marvel and Nick Fury had really great chemistry. Like Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson, they just play off each other very well. It was almost to a point where I was like, yo, should I be shipping these two characters? they have genuine charisma and chemistry when they are conversing and being playful with each other. So that was cool to see. I I like the cat. You're probably going to hear that a lot in a lot of reviews, but I really like the cat, bizarrely. You know, the addition of the cat was just so random and kind of felt a little bit troll-like, almost like Kevin Feige and them were trolling us a little bit with the cat. But I like the addition of the cat. It was very... I can't believe there was an alien cat. But okay. When the humor hits, it hits hard, actually. Like, okay, so when Brie Larson, when she falls on top of the blockbuster, everything before that was great. There's definitely some nitpicky stuff there in terms of flaws. So, like, the start of the film is pretty great. And the last, I'd say about the last 15 minutes, even though there are things to nitpick, certainly, I think that the last 15 minutes are pretty solid. So yeah, start of the movie is solid, the ending of the movie is solid. The middle, fuck. The middle is bad. The middle is bad. And now it's just time to go into the negatives, into the flaws. Sorry. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I'm just gonna say it. So, in my opinion, the video before this, I rated all of the MCU movies up until this point. And unfortunately, if I'm being honest, this, to me, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, in my opinion, I think that Captain Marvel is the weakest, and I think that Captain Marvel is the worst MCU film to date ever made. I think that the dialogue in general is really bad. Samuel Jackson, I guess, is okay, but I guess maybe he's like the one exception, but I guess moving Samuel Jackson's line delivery and his dialogue aside, the dialogue is atrocious. Brie Larson's line delivery is awful and cringy and awkward. Brie Larson, she seems extraordinarily awkward in the suit. Like literally when Brie Larson is walking around in the suit, this is how she is. She's like, when Brie Larson, let's say Brie Larson is in her suit and she's walking down the hallway. This is what she looks like. Like, I just don't understand. I mean, granted, like, say, everything prior to Winter Soldier, you know, Captain America, Chris Evans, he sort of suffered from the same thing, in my personal opinion. The Cap suit was just awkward and kind of cringy, to me, at least. But when we got to Winter Soldier, I was like, yes! But no, the suit was very awkward on her. And fuck, the humor is very hit and miss. When the humor hits, which is it's very funny, but like there's some humor that comes from Ben Mendelsohn as a Skrull and like one of his Skrull scientists or something like that. There's some great humor there, but most of the time the humor just misses. Okay, like there's a sequence on a train when Brie Larson is like walking through the train looking for a Skrull, you know, and she like punches that old lady. There's a lot of moments in there that are meant to be comedic, and they just did not land to me. Oh my god! Like so after she falls into the blockbuster, you know. She goes outside and she like talks to this like security guard in his car, you know, and like you could tell that there were so many moments there where they were trying to be comedic, but I was just like, no, I'm not laughing out loud right now. Sorry. There are countless moments like that throughout the film, countless sequences like that where they're trying to make you laugh out loud, and I'm just like, the humor is not landing. Oh my god, and her line delivery is so bad. What the fuck happened? And Brie Larson is a great actress. What the fuck happened? Was it Brie Larson's fault that the performance was so shitty? Was it the director's fault? What the fuck happened? Oh my god! Like when she finds out, the truth about herself, like she finds out that her name is Carol Danvers, and she finally sort of remembers all of her times with Maria, you know, like oh my god! There's this sequence where Brie Larson, she's like in front of the house in like a white T-shirt, and Brie Larson has like tears in her eyes, and like this is not what was said. But this is what her line delivery was like. Brie Larson was like this. She was like, "How could this happen to me? My name is Carol Danvers. How could this be? I'm conflicted. Oh my goodness. How could this be?" Like this is what all of her line delivery sounds like. Let's say that Brie Larson's surrounded by squirrels right now that she has to fight. Huh. Which way were you guys headed? Oh, you guys weren't going for the exit? Okay. Bring it on. There was one awkward moment where she was like, yeah! And I was just like, was that meant to be comedic? Because it wasn't. There were many times where she was fighting Skrulls, and like it felt like I was in like a really bad Power Rangers movie. At the beginning of the film, you know, prior to her falling on Earth, there's a sequence where like Jude Law, he like comes up with this idea for a mission, and like Jude Law and his squad, including Brie Larson, they land on this planet to infiltrate something, to do something. They were trying to extract something. I fucking forgot. And they get surrounded by Skrulls, and there's like a fight sequence. Like a lot of the time, the action was very incoherent visually. Like it was just hard to tell like who was hitting who shot who, how did this person get hit, or this person got hit when, Brie Larson got zapped when. It was just like there was like, I think it was like foggy or something on that planet, but like, I don't know, like it was just hard to follow like what was happening visually, and that problem came up quite a bit. All of the action sequences felt very amateur-ish, you know, like most of the, if not all of the action sequences felt very MCU Phase 1, no? Oh my god, when she was fighting to the song Just a Girl from No Doubt, oh my god, it's like not only is the action not blowing my mind, but like the song choice was just so cheesy and cringy to me. I was like, really? Out of all the songs we could have fucking possibly gone with for this action sequence, that's what we went for? Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you trying to tell me that the reason? Holy shit! You trying to tell me that the reason why Nick Fury wears a fucking eye patch? You mean to tell me the reason this nigga's been wearing an eye patch since what, 2008? You know what I'm saying? For the past, fuck! You trying to tell me for the past 19 movies, my nigga's been wearing an eye patch because a fucking space alien cat scratched his fucking eye? Okay, you trying to tell me the reason why a nigga has an eye patch is because a CGI cat scratched his eye? Oh my god. And a buddy of mine, when we were riding home, Eric, you know, bless his heart, but he was like, you know, that's a really minor thing. And I was like, first of all, how is it minor? Like, it's integral to his character, and now it's fucking canon in these movies that the reason why he wears an eye patch is because of some fucking cat? Oh my god, that is so fucking dumb. If you want to crucify me for hating that, go ahead. But is that not dumb? Is that not dumb? Can we not agree? Is that not dumb? That was fucking stupid. It was fucking stupid. The fucking cat. Why is the cat in this movie? What is the purpose of the cat? The fucking cat. I mean, I like the cat. Okay, I like the cat. There were some questionable CG moments with the cat, but like I like the cat for the most part. But like, the fucking cat. The cat comes from nowhere, and then it's just like this space alien cat that exhibits powers like once. Like these weird squid tentacles come out of the fucking cat. And it's like, hey, fucking cat, couldn't you have helped out more throughout the fucking film? No? You know what I'm saying? And like like I love Ben Mendelsohn, and he's fine in this film, I guess. But like, does Ben Mendelsohn always have to play a fucking villain, or seemingly? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. And then give my boy some more credit, some more work to do. You know what I'm saying? Than just being the villain. Fuck. And granted, at the end, I guess he's good or whatever. But whatever. And then what the fuck? And then like, And it like, okay, one quick positive. There was a great moment at the beginning of the film where the scrolls are sort of like scanning through her memories, and like we as the viewer, we're being navigated from memory to memory. Like, oh, we're like here where Brie Larson's like, you know, as a little girl, go-karting or something for NASCAR or some shit. Boom. Oh, we're here with Brie Larson talking to this Cree scientist, Annette Bening, or whatever the fuck her name is. You know, they're talking to each other at a airport or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We're here at this memory where she's like training at a military boot camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sequence was actually done really well. It was actually pretty fucking trippy. But moving that random positive aside, oh, by the way, I really love the way that they opened the movie up with like all that Stan Lee imagery. I thought that was really fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the myth, the legend, Stan Lee. How the fuck? So like her friend, Carol Danvers, her friend Maria. How the fuck did Maria have a better performance and was more emotionally resonating and more sympathetic than Brie Larson's entire performance and role in this whole movie? Like, what the fuck? Like even when we first meet Maria, there were certain lines of dialogue where I was like, yo, kind of hits me in my heart, you know what I'm saying? She's missing her best friend. It's like why like she, you know, like Maria made me feel like emotions and shit. It's like why the fuck couldn't Brie Larson do that in the entirety of this fucking runtime? Okay. And also, why is it that like I get that like the movie's trying to imply that Carol and Maria had this great relationship and it was really emotionally impactful, but for fuck's sake, I mean, we really don't. Like, I can't walk away from this movie going like, you know, the friendship between Carol and Maria was one of the highlights of the film. Like we barely get anything from that friendship. You know what I'm saying? Most of that friendship is just kind of like talked about in dialogue and kind of referenced like in a tiny bit in flashbacks. Again, the start of the movie, like everything prior to her falling on the blockbuster, it's pretty good, pretty solid. You know, the last 15 minutes from when she goes like Super Saiyan to end credits, solid. But everything in the middle is just bad. Like, look, fam, I guess, oh my god. And then another quick positive really quick is that the de-aging CGI in this film is the best that I have ever seen. Were there moments that I could tell that was CGI? Yep. But, I mean, for fuck's sake, a majority of the time, substantially speaking, I completely forgot that Coulson and Samuel L. Jackson had CGI on their face the entire time. So props to Marvel. Fuck me. I thought I was impressed watching Ant-Man and the Wasp. Fuck me. We are reaching creepy territory with that technology. God damn, the CGI was just impeccable when it comes to the de-aging CGI. Holy fucking shit, was it incredibly convincing. Wow, great job, Marvel. But going back into flaws really quick, like why did this movie need to take place in the 90s? Why? Like, I feel like we get like maybe 4 noteworthy 90s moments, and if that, you know, like the sequence with the computer where something was taking too long to download, Okay, that was fine. There was a sequence where Brie Larson was trying to look up something at a library. I guess that was fine. Her falling on the blockbuster was good. Outside of that, what the lunchbox? Like, what the fuck? It wasn't really enough noteworthy 90s moments, in my opinion. So, like, what the fuck was up with that? And like, oh my god, most of the middle of this movie is just pure meandering, okay? Like, when we're talking about the middle section of the film, like, oh my god, it could literally be summed up as just a boring buddy cop movie between Samuel L. Jackson and Brie Larson. I mean, look, I'm all for character development. I am all for character development. But when Brie Larson's performance is bland as fuck and forgettable as fuck and awkward and cringy as fuck, and then we have Nick Fury, who, I mean, I guess it's kind of nice to know. I guess it's kind of nice to know more information about him. But like I really don't need this information. Okay? I was perfectly fine with not knowing this backstory. I didn't need this backstory. You know, it kind of reminded me of that Star Wars problem. You know, like I really didn't care for Star Wars Han Solo, that movie. You know, because I did not need to know this backstory about Harrison Ford's character. Like, what the fuck? I didn't need that information. I didn't need this information from this film. You know, all these fucking meandering scenes of like Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson like talking in this location and driving and talking to this driving to this location with all this exposition, and then they drive to this location, and then they're stuck inside this location talking, and then they go to another location, and then they talk, and then there might be like some mundane, forgettable action sequence, so they go here, and they talk some more, and it's just like, what the fuck? like I'm fucking bored. I'm so bored. Like when we got to that one sequence where Samuel L. Jackson uses like a piece of tape to get out of the room, and then like there's a sequence where Samuel Jackson is like thumbing through a journal, and he's like, you know, this chick was crazy. And Brie Larson's like, she's not crazy. That's Cree language she wrote. Like all of that type of all of the sequences like that between Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson were just so boring because it's just like information that's pointless at this stage. Okay, we're fucking ready for Endgame. We are ready for Endgame, fam. We did not need this movie. This movie was not fucking necessary. Okay. You know how in Civil War, the way that Black Panther was introduced into the film, that was a perfect introduction to Black Panther's character, okay? Why couldn't they have done something like that with Brie Larson? And we should have been introduced to Captain Marvel in Endgame. That would have been so much fucking better. Fuck. God, the middle of this movie just fucking infuriates me to no fucking end. It's just so boring and this pacing is just awful in this movie. Oh my god. I just can't. I mean, I just can't with this fucking movie. Like, you know, for a fucking blockbuster, this movie is so lackluster. Honest to God, I'm not moving from this. I'm feeling a 4. I'm feeling a 4 out of 10 for this film. I just thought it was awful, man. Is there positives? Well, yeah, but it's clearly not a 1 out of 10. So yeah, clearly there's some positives, but the negatives substantially outweigh the positives. Okay, I mean, and here's another thing. I'm telling you right now, this is the worst MCU film ever made. It is fucking terrible. It has like zero replay value in my opinion. I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but like, you know, up until this point, Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World were easily the two weakest MCU films. And I'm telling you right now, I would literally rather watch Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World than to watch this fucking shit.